few minutes early. Still getting situated, so you guys have to sit through the intro. Alright, who's here? Boss Hog, what's up? Joel, Small Fry, Pegasister, Dreaded Fish Keeper, Aaron McKinney, what's up, dude? Bass Pro 19, I have a quick question. What types of algae eaters can I put in a 55-gallon? Bristlenose plecos. Bristlenose. But find out what kind of algae you have and then fix it. Jamie, what's up? Tiffany White, The Straw Egg Productions, Herp Diversity, Sharon Miller, Katie's Almost Living the Dream, Fish Dreams, lots of dreams. Mike, what's up, buddy? Gary Duncan, I'm picking up your longfin green dragons on Thursday. Just so you know. Where am I? Here I am. Echo, maybe? There we go. Catching this one live, Aviary Birds and Company. Speaking of Aviary Birds and Company, I don't know. I want some quail. I think I'm going to get some quail. I don't know why. I want quail eggs, for one, for my tegu. But, yeah, I like quail. I used to keep quail when I was a kid. Button quail, to be exact. Edgar, Todd, Darren, Echo, no. Bob Kaler, what's up, buddy? Straw Egg Productions. Would a peacock gudgeon be alright with a school of black? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'd want more than one peacock gudgeon, though. I would get a group of them. Fish Tank Barn with the first poop of the night. 99 cent super sticker. Thank you, my friend. Candy is here, says, give a girl a chance. No one was streaming, so I went early. Well, no one I could find. Anyways. That reminds me. I want you guys to go over to, I'm going to get the link for you. One second. I got it here. I got it. Go over to this channel here, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe, because that is Susie Q Aquatics, and she's at 2.99 thousand subscribers. A few more to hit that 3,000 milestone. So if you're not subscribed to Susie Q, you should be. So go subscribe. Gary Duncan says, Bob, I have to wait till I get paid again on July 3rd to get the green dragons, but I really want them. So don't be scared. Don't fret. I'm getting a lot of them. I still have some. But remember, I quarantined for a month. So I have a ton of fish coming in this week. And so they got to go through quarantine. And then they'll be for sale. So I'm hoping to open before the end of the month, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See how, see what kind of quality I'm getting. The green dragons are obviously going to be amazing quality. They're coming from a local breeder, and but like some of the rainbows are, I got a ton of rainbows. I'm getting a ton of rainbows this week, and some are from wholesalers. A lot of them, most of them are going to be like Gary Lang, you know, hobbyist bred. But some of them are going to be wholesalers, so we'll see. We'll see how long I quarantine them. But most likely a month. And so right around July 3rd, you should be perfect. Susie Q song going in the background. Just don't play it. Just don't play it. It's not a bad song, but that thing gets stuck in my head for hours at a time. Hours. Jamie McDonald says, Candy has 819. We should get her to 1K. Definitely the best no content channel on YouTube. Whew. Herp Diversity says, quail would be awesome in a massive cage with tortoises. That would be super awesome. If I had the weather for tortoises, oh man, I would probably own more than I can afford to feed, unfortunately, but it's probably true. Flynn's Fish Forum is here. Cole, what's up, buddy? Random guy. We still got people rolling in. So yeah, that's the news. I don't have an exact list yet of rainbows. I'm going to tell you guys, if you like turquoise rainbows, I'm going to have the absolute, hands down, best quality turquoise rainbows you can get. That's a pretty bold statement. I would say definitely some of the best. They are awesome. So excited. Can't wait to get the turquoise rainbows. I'm getting Praecox rainbows that I can guarantee. Not a lot, though. Not a lot. Praycocks are going to be very, very low numbers currently. So, what else? I don't know. I'll have a complete list. I don't want to say anything and then not have it come in. I don't want to jinx it. It's been hard enough getting fish in as it is. So, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Oh, it's playing in the background on my song? Oh, it is, because I'm on her channel and it auto plays. Ha! Now you guys are going to have it stuck in your head. There you go. Well, if that's not a 1 minute long advertisement for Susie Q, there you go. That was actually a complete accident. Her song auto plays when you go to her channel. Whoops. I thought I had that muted, but I did not. There is yet the second copyright strike I will get this month, and it's only the 8th. Oh boy. I have a love-hate relationship with Susie's theme song. It's great, but too catchy. Exactly. Exactly. And I made you guys all listen to it. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh well. I swear that was an accident. Not very many channels have the videos autoplay, but I should know because my channel has autoplay when you go to my channel. So I need to take that off, but I haven't. Jamie says, I want you to stock a 30 gallon for me. How much money should I send you? What? I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? 30 gallon? Do pseudo muggles. I'm getting some pseudo McGills as well, and I'm gonna put them out in a tub because I don't want to breed them unless they do it on their own, if that makes sense. Matthew Vargas is here. What's up? Says my pink flamingo from the co-op looks badass. I don't know what that is. I heard you guys talking about that on my stream on Saturday. I don't know. But apparently there's some pink flamingo thing. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm disappointed that you didn't use the thumbnail I made for you for this stream. Well, it was a very disappointing thumbnail, so yeah. Crypt pink flamingo. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was gonna look to see if he was selling lawn art. It's Crypticorn Wendetii that's pink. Pink flamingo. I don't know why like pink flamingo didn't like register crypt. Like when he says pink flamingo, I am the first thing that comes to my mind is lawn art. Like a pink flamingo standing on one leg out in your front yard. Jimmy Gimbal is here. Yeah. This guy. I'm glad I just bought a shirt that says Swisky on it, and now that's not even his name anymore. I want a refund. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? What did he say anyways? I didn't even read his comment. Where's he at? They sent me some to take photos. They look good. Yeah, I have some. I don't, like I said, I don't know why the lawn art first came to mind, but whatever. I have Crypt Pink Flamingo and Crypt Florida Sunset in the same tank. The Florida Sunset's better, just saying. No refunds, no returns. If I was going to breed one strain of guppy, what would it be? I think I'm kind of going back to panda guppies as being my favorite. So I would probably go with panda guppies. And they're a little bit more pricey. So you might make a little bit more as well. I have panda guppies breeding like crazy right now. Joke, I'll give you a free Jimmy Gimbal shirt when I never make it. I want the original. I'm still sad that I never bought the original Swisky shirt with the SW. That's the only shirt I want. That's it. That's all. Mutt guppies. Yeah, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do with your guppies. If you're breeding them to sell to like a local store, then you definitely want mutt guppies. But if you're breeding them for any other reason, and I had to choose, it would be panda guppies for sure. Renegade guy says, I'm not so confident with Wendedii. Other than the obvious color, the leaf form is different from the green Wendedii I have. The form of the leaves resemble undulata, but dwarf size. I have one large. That's not even close enough. Uh-oh, Candy says, I was promised that shirt. And thank you for linking the link to become a member. I appreciate it. Are there any species of gourami that would do good with that would thrive with a firemouth cichlid? You are asking the wrong person, my friend, because I have never kept a gourami in my life, and I have also never kept a firemouth cichlid ever in my life. So, asking the wrong person. But luckily we have Bob Kaler. He says any species of full-size gourami should be okay. There you go. Can you take a pic of your panda guppies? They will probably end up in a video at some time, but if I remember after the stream, I can go take a picture and like upload it to Instagram, maybe. Blue says, my parents' fish store was broken into by the rioters. I'm feeling really bad because they keep arguing now about money. That's too bad. Hopefully they didn't hurt any of the animals. KG Tropical says, XL on a good day, XXL on a bad day. I'm sure he doesn't want to know. Oh, man. What kind of panda guppy? The dwarf or black? Those are the only two ones. I only know of one type of panda. I didn't even know there was more than one type of panda guppy. I've never heard of dwarf. I've never heard of black. I've only heard of panda guppy. That's it. I'm large in the winter months and medium for the rest. What's your Instagram? Just my name, I think, Steamfod Aquatics. You should be able to find it just by searching Steamfod Aquatics, I'm sure. I would hope. If you can't find it by my channel name, then I'm terrible at social media. Blue, a 3-spot, or gold gourami. There you go. Fish World Aquarium says hit the like. Don't forget to like. And subscribe. You gotta subscribe as well. There is my Instagram. Thank you for linking it. I'm going to butcher this name, but Chili, I don't even know. Sorry, I don't even want to butcher it. But says my experience with firemouth is a bad one. Is a beautiful fish, but had to be alone in the 30-gallon. She would destroy anything I put in her, anything I put in with her, even her mate. Yeah, the freaking cichlids, man. Yes, Chewy, dwarfs would not survive. No, definitely not. That I do know. Not with a firemouth. Definitely not. Gary Duncan says I have Crypt Florida Sunset as well, and Crypt Myoa, which was used to make Crypt Florida Sunset. I will be honest, my Crypt Florida Sunset is almost all the way dead. It has melted back, and it's not coming back. Hopefully it will, though. Because it would suck to lose that plant. It's pretty rare. Honey gourami are way too small and peaceful compared to firemouth cichlids. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of aggressive cichlids at all. Just for that reason. Limits what you can put in the tank. See, I would rather have dwarf gouramis that I could put with like a ton of other fish than having like one fish that's just going to kill everything and I can't put anything else with it. It just doesn't sound very fun. But they are cool looking fish, so I understand the appeal. I do. If I had a million tanks, I would totally go for those aggressive Central and South American cichlids. Absolutely. But I don't have a million tanks. Only 900,000. The dwarf blue panda guppy, while it is rare, the dwarf blue panda guppy has quickly become a popular fish for the nano planted aquarium, particularly due to its size. I always get a little skeptical when I hear stuff like this. Not that I don't trust you, but see, when I Google dwarf blue panda guppy, it looks like just about every panda guppy I've ever seen. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe a tad more blue. Maybe these are just bad pictures, but I don't know. They don't look very... Maybe a little bit more blue, I guess. Probably bad pictures. Why not get the firemouth? Some firemouth friends. Well, they will also turn on each other. It's possible. Possible. Straw Egg Production says I plan on getting a full-grown opaline gourami. That's interesting about the blue panda guppies. I'll have to research more. Anytime I start seeing like new color strains or just, I don't know, I'm always skeptical because there seems to be like 10 names for every single color strain of every single fish or shrimp. Everyone kind of comes up with their own name. So it makes me just a little skeptical. But I'll look into it. Want to get into the firemouth? Yeah, but I figured 75 of plants and visual barriers would have been enough. I was wrong. Felt real bad. Oh, man. So what else is new? Bad news about Chicago. I might not be able to go. I don't know yet, but yeah, found out last weekend. I might have other things that I have to take care of. So I don't know about Chicago. However, Tennessee is definitely a go for the meetup there in October. Definitely nothing going on. It's October, right? I think first weekend of October. So that should be all right. Verna Guy says, I'm thinking about using CPOs in the rainbow tank instead of Neocardinia. Any thoughts about them? I'm not a fan of CPOs at all. No. CPOs, yes. If you're allowed to have them, absolutely get them. I don't know. Are they legal in California? They're not legal here. But CPOs, my brain just went to CPDs. But CPOs, absolutely, they are super awesome. Super awesome. And inexpensive, peaceful, and they breed pretty easily. I used to have them before I found out that they were illegal in my state, and then I fed them to my puffer. So, yeah. Where's the meetup in Tennessee? That's a good question. I forget. Memphis, maybe? Nashville? I don't know. Someone's got to know. I'm sure Bob Kaler knows. I don't know if Fisher Fever is lurking. But I don't remember. Knoxville? Knoxville. There you go. Knoxville. And I think it's October 3rd. August, September, October. Yeah, 3rd. I think it's the weekend of the 3rd. But I'm still hoping to go to Chicago, but some things have come up, so I'm not sure that I'll be able to make it. Plus, they just burned Chicago to the ground, so I don't know. Anyone here use the website Trends Fish? Never. I've never bought fish there, but yeah, so I can't speak to it. Bobcat, which part? What? I don't even know what that means. Moonstone. Hello, Moonstone. Instead of making guppies smaller, we should try to make them larger. How would that have to be a 3? Oh wait. How would that be to have a 3-inch panda guppy? I feel like I don't know. Like, you would think that would be doable. I mean, some of my Moscow females are like 3 inches. Oh, Bobcat is someone's name. Knoxville? I live in Knoxville. Okay, I get it. Who is all going to the meetup? Well, there's about 10 billion people in Tennessee when it comes to like fish tube. So I think it's going to be pretty big. I think a lot of people are going to be going. I'm going. I think John at KG Tropicals is going. And then there's so many people in Tennessee. So many people. Obviously, Fish from Fever, he's putting it on. He is going. Chattanooga Ed. I would assume Bob Kaler is going. Katie's almost living the dream. Another Tennessean. Tennesseeite. I don't know what they're called. Tennesseonian. I don't know. Bob Callahan says I'm going. Yeah, so it's like pretty new in the forming and getting it up and going, but yep. I will say if I do not make it to Chicago, then I'll most likely go to Dallas. 'Cause I need to go to one of them. I need to at least go to one. Zen Ginger is here. Hello, Zen Ginger. Howdy, folks. Zen Ginger is going. Actually, I don't know. We need more events in Tennessee. Well, you're about to have one more than I have here in Washington, so there you go. I don't know. I think it's one of those areas where a lot of people could travel there, and maybe it's not so bad. I don't know. I have all my alerts set up, so as soon as plane tickets go on sale, although I have a feeling plane ticket prices are about to skyrocket, so I should probably buy it pretty soon. What's the venue? Sorry, if it's already posted. I don't know if it's been posted yet. I know that they were holding out that information last time I heard. They weren't. North Dakota has no events. North Dakota is like falling through Middle Earth right now. Have you guys seen that? It's North Dakota or South Dakota having just huge cave-ins. It's crazy. Like 60 feet deep, 40 feet wide cave-ins. Pretty scary. You guys are falling into the middle of the earth. About 2/3 of the continental U.S. Tiffany White is going, I believe. I believe. I could be wrong. 2/3 of the continental U.S. is 1,000 miles from Tennessee. I will say about 2/3 of all my customers on the website are also from Tennessee. I ship by far the most packages to Tennessee. It's crazy. Moonstone says we should think about doing one in Washington State once things calm down. I don't know that there's a big enough like Washington following for that. Like I was thinking Vegas because it gets us a little bit more south and it's insanely cheap to go there all the time. So if I was to hold an event or put on or start something like that, some type of meet and greet, I would probably go to Vegas, to be honest. I live in Fargo, right along the Red River. Super volcano building in Yellowstone or collapsing. I don't know about building. It's going... It's so big, it's imploding on itself. It's crazy. And the crazy thing is like they're finding like old cars from like the 50s and these massive sinkholes. Like how did they even get there? Like that's 60 feet underground and there's cars in there. It's crazy. Am I going to the camping trip in September? Probably not. As much as I like to. If I don't go to Chicago, then it'll be Tennessee and Dallas pretty much back to back. And September, that would put me like back to back to back, and that sounds very expensive. Let's all go to Tennessee and get tips on how to promote. See, I think Tennessee, like Tiffany White says, there's so many people like that are within 1,000 miles of Tennessee. The Northwest, we really don't have anything up here. There was the event, I think, last summer, and it was really small. There was like nobody there, and it was AGA, which is a pretty big thing. And yeah, I mean, I showed up on the second day, so maybe it just wasn't. The second day was just not as good as the first day. I don't know, smaller, but man, it was maybe like 30 people, 30, 40 people. I don't even know. There's probably more than that, but it didn't really feel like very many at all. Happy Monday, everyone. Hello, Danny. I'm in Michigan, and the event is 8 hours from me. I'm pretty sure that you've driven farther, so you might go. Fish Tank Barn might go. We have a lot of LVS like Wet Spot and Aquarium Co-op could be promoted. Yeah, possibly, but yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it sounds like a nightmare putting on something like that, and I don't want to deal with it. I just don't. I'd rather, instead of having something like that and having to deal with like sponsors and then like paying fish stores to hang flyers and paying fish stores to sponsor it, calling manufacturers trying to get sponsors and free crap to give away, I would just rather be like, hey, going to Vegas this weekend. Let's all meet up and do something. I don't know. Fish tank barn. See, don't tell me what we can't do. Don't get me wrong. If someone else like took the reins and wanted to do something like that, I would promote it on my channel. But I'm already too busy. I don't want to deal with that stuff as well. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm selfish, but I don't want to deal with it. It just sounds like a nightmare. Anyways. Many hands make light work. Yeah, but someone's got to coordinate all those many hands, and it ain't gonna be me. Just saying. Evening Punchy. Oh, Pam is here. Hello, Pam. Fish Tank Barn says, I want to go to the Washington event, but it was sold out. I don't even know how you sell something like that out. Like, how is that even possible? Maybe that's why it wasn't very busy, because they limited the tickets? I don't know. It seems kind of weird. I could see, like, for, like, workshops and, like, the dinner event, that stuff being sold out. But how would you sell out, like, just general, I don't know, general admittance? I don't know. There was hardly anyone there. I don't know how they were sold out. A lot of people after paying travel costs have less to spend on LFS, so asking a store to promote isn't always a fair assumption. That's, yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is, like, how many people are going to buy something at an LFS and then fly, like, who's going to buy fish and then fly home on an airplane with them? I don't know. That's whack. It's whack. Bobcat's Lair says, I got glowfish Daniels for my daughters, and now they spawned. The female was purple, but the male was pink. I've got a bunch of 4-day-old fry laying around in a breeder box now. Don't tell anyone you spawned those. That's illegal. That's illegal. Well, it's illegal for you to sell them, so don't sell them. Last year's was AGA, yeah, the Aquatic Gardeners Association or something like that. It was just really small. But I'm not saying it was bad by any means. Don't get that confused. It was just small. I don't know. Maybe I'm used to like AQ and AE, and to see that was just like, whoa. I mean, the area where the vendors were was like smaller than the top floor of my house. It's just weird. I don't know. I guess there was 2 rooms. Maybe, yeah. That was probably about 800 square feet total, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I would not want to fly with fish. More of it. Well, to be fair, it would be better than shipping fish. But man, sometimes people get hassled with fish, and yeah. I would not want to fly with fish. More of a PR brand promotion idea. Presentations and bringing in. See, like, I don't want to do presents. See, here's the thing. When it comes to these events, I don't want anything to do with them. Like Aquashella, like, I just want to go and hang out. I don't want to do any workshops. I don't want to speak. I don't want to do any events. Like, I still consider myself like a hobbyist. Not like this is not like my profession or my business. I don't want to get a booth. I don't want to do any of that. And maybe that's like a terrible way of thinking about it. But I just want to go out, hang out, do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and just have fun. Like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do at these events. Looking for 5 to 6 peacock gudgeons for my 10-gallon. Any seller suggestions? When I open my store back up, I'll be selling them at the end of the month. I probably have about 20 of them right now. And no, if you email me, I will not sell them sooner. Not saying that you would, but people do. And it's first come, first serve. Do you have anything perishable? No. Kim at the PO with bread. What? Kim at the post office. This event is planned for outside and tents in a parking lot. Yeah, so the Tennessee one is more like, I don't want to say fair, but it's probably more of that vibe. So, like Bob says, under tent, food trucks. Hopefully there's not like any hurricanes. Bob Kaler says, Bob, when is your store reopening? At the end of the month. I'm getting fish this week. I'm getting a ton of fish this week, and then got to get them through quarantine, and then I'll open back up. So hopefully by the end of the month. I feel like rainbow fish should be way more common in the hobby than they are nowadays. I just can't understand why people don't love them. Scary Terry, me either. That's kind of why I focus specifically on rainbow fish. I mean, granted, they are my favorite, but yeah, definitely bringing awareness to rainbow fish. How are my 4-legged family members doing? They are doing great. Absolutely wonderful. I still can't find any rocket killifish. I still can't find anybody selling any of them. Bobcat Lair, because they're not being exported right now. Yeah, it might be a while before you see them again. I can't get them. I don't know anyone that can get them right now. Maybe somewhere people can get them, but not me. And I used to, like, mine were like super pretty nice quality. I don't want to brag, but they're pretty nice. I think I have one lonely male left over from when I was open, but still not on the list. And same with Panagaras are now on the list, but they've quadrupled in price, so I probably won't be selling those anytime soon either. Amazing and Sister says, good job on the 50-gallon lowboy, by the way. Yep. So my plan, Danikin Aquatics, what's up, buddy? So my plan for the 50-gallon lowboy was to do fiddler crabs. For a moment, I forgot that they were brackish, and so I was like gung-ho on fiddler crabs, and then I remembered, oh wait, these things are brackish. I forgot. So now I'm back to square one, and I don't know what I'm going to put in. I might put in my gold spot woodcats because they're super active, and they would just, I mean, they would be like a laser around the bottom of that thing. So I might do that. I might do a pistos. I'm getting some Epistos this week that are undescribed, so pretty much brand new, kind of. They don't have a name yet, so I might put those in there, but I don't know. But I really like how it turned out. I'm actually going up tomorrow to hunt some hardscape up in the mountains, and it's probably going to be pouring down rain, but that just makes it more fun. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. If I'm not here for my Thursday live stream, that means Bigfoot and I are hanging out. I love the mist maker you put in at the end of the video. Yeah, I have so many pumps and misters and things like that from when I used to keep reptiles. I mean, that was that Scrapscape challenge was really easy for me. I mean, I have like 10 5-gallon buckets full of substrate. I have so much extra like Malaysian driftwood and wood in general. It's like, it's pretty much piled out. It's piled up in front of my garage. Like, I have so much hardscape. I have bins and bins and bins of rocks, like dragonstone, all of that stuff. So much. So that was pretty easy. I'm just very disappointed that when I went to edit it and looked at my SD card, and I don't know where any of the footage went, because I know for a fact that I did not delete any footage, because I can go back on my SD card and see videos that I did like 3 weeks ago that I haven't even deleted. And on all this 50-gallon lowboy I've been working on for 2 weeks on and off. So yeah, it should have been a way better video, but I don't know. Maybe I need to start using separate SD cards for every single project. I don't know. Honestly, it's not the first time that's happened, and it probably won't be the last. So why do you have more hardscape if you have so much to spare? Why am I collecting? It's an excuse to get out in the mountains. I mean, honestly, that's why I have so many rocks. All of my extra wood right now is Malaysian driftwood. So it would be nice to get some different types of wood, but really, it's an excuse to get up into the mountains. Fish Room Fever, we've been talking about your event all day, my friend. Thank you, James, for the 99-cent poop. I appreciate it. I need more spider wood for my 20-gallon. Yeah, I have a ton of spider wood, but I'm not a fan of spider wood. Just not a big fan of spider wood, as it's a big clump of it sitting right behind me. Yeah, But anyways, Scrapscape was awesome. It looked amazing. It does. It's my favorite part of the fish room. I mean, I would like my whole fish room to look like that, but it just would not be practical at all. I cannot have, like, I got to get in these tanks every day to net fish and stuff. There's no way I could have, like, aquascape tanks. Just not going to happen. Just got off the road. I was lurking in that live stream, and your windshield wipers are going like crazy. I found out the windshield wipers in my new car don't even work. That's always fun. I went to adjust the rear view mirror, and it fell off. That's pretty cool. What else? Took the tires off today, and it's just full of cobwebs. And oh man, you buy a car that's over 30 years old and a lot of interesting things happen. I couldn't get the headlights to turn off the other day. That was really fun. Can't fish with the 99-cent poop. Thanks, guys. I actually really do appreciate it. I don't know. It makes me smile. How can a smiling turd not make you laugh? I don't know. Maybe because I'm 13 years old in real life. But yeah, thanks, Kent's Fish. I appreciate it. I love gluing moss on spider. It makes the wood look so much better. Moonstone says, what car? It is my new secret car that will be unveiling on my new channel as soon as I can get some sunny weather. People keep asking me when my video is going to come out. I need at least one more sunny day of filming. So yeah. But that's on my new car channel. You'll see it there. It's super awesome. Super awesome. Everyone loves it when they see it. Like, seriously, everyone. Did you buy a Lotta? I don't even know what that is. Just got another 55 gallon on the $1 per gallon sale. Don't know what to do with it yet. Turn it into another saltwater or another rainbow fish tank. Scary Terry, I don't think you can go wrong either way. Either way. You got a Flintstone car? No. Excuse me. That is the one good thing about this car, is that there is no rust anywhere. It was very well taken care of. It hadn't been driven in 14 years, but it was kept undercover. So the secret car is for transporting his paraglider. It would work. Bob, you should have bought my car. I know you read the ad. I did read the ad. I do want an Excursion, but I want the diesel, the 7.3 liter diesel Excursion. If I could find one of those for cheap, I would buy it instantly. Yeah. Bobcat Slayer says, is it common for Danios to have droopy tails sometimes? I've had some that are like that. I've seen a bunch in many different fish stores. Depends on what you mean by droopy tails. Does it look like kind of like bent spines? It really depends. It's certainly not normal. They should not have droopy tails. Smiling Turd might be the name of my channel. New name of my channel. It's a good name. It's a good name. But Bobcat's Lair, definitely not normal to have droopy tails. That's not good. She drinks from the pond and lake nearby. What? She's the one that has triplets every year, and she's ready to drop. Another car addict. Yeah. So the thing about cars with me is, like, I've been in love with cars my whole life, but I'm not like an expert at cars by any means. So it's just kind of a fun new thing to do. Just wanted to say I love your content and keep it up, man. Let's get the rainbow back on top where they belong. The rainbows. Yes, Scary Terry. I'm going to have so many rainbows for sale. Well, a lot of different species. I think I'm going to have 4 new species that I haven't offered before, if I remember right. Maybe 3. Definitely 3, maybe 4. Some species that I've never had for sale before. So it should be pretty cool. The Zen Ginger with the 99-cent happy face poop emoji. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't own one. Moonstone, just my dream car. Oh, wait, what is it? Oh, a 69 Chevelle. Yep. I'm gonna be honest, my car channel, it's gonna be about cars that nobody else wants. So the car I got was actually saved from being crushed like within minutes. Like this thing was next in line to be crushed, and someone just happened to be at the right place at the right time and bought it from the junkyard, and so it's literally was saved last minute. So it's got a pretty neat story to it, which is also a lot of the appeal. And yeah, hopefully I have one. If I have just one sunny day this week, I can finish the video and get it out this weekend. It should be pretty fun, at least for me. It might not be fun for you guys, but it's fun for me. Bobcat Lair says, not a bent spine, just droops a little, but when they start swimming, they look fine. It's only once in a while with their tails. I can't say I've ever experienced that with Danio's Bobcat, but it certainly does not sound normal by any means. A Plymouth Reliant? No, but I almost bought one. I almost bought a Plymouth Reliant. I just didn't get to it fast enough to the ad. I think it was I don't remember what year it was. Frankie Fenn says, good, redoing my 75-gallon Planet tank and want rainbow fish. Good. Get them. Is the dollar sale afoot? I don't know. I did see something new at my Petco. Yesterday I went to Petco, and they had 90-gallon tanks there. I've never seen 90-gallon tanks at my Petco, ever. So I was really surprised. However, it was priced at $399. So if it was the dollar per gallon sale, it would be half off at $199, which is not a great deal for a 90-gallon aquarium, but it's still cool to see them. So since I'm your longest member, can I get the rainbow fish badge now, or do I have to wait another 5 months and 3 days? There's no way for me to change it, unfortunately, specifically for one person. So if I changed it for you, everyone with the puffer fish would get the rainbow fish. So, yep. I used to drive a 96 Buick LeSabre. Actually love that car. It was so comfy. Yes. I would buy a 93 Buick Roadmaster. Those things are awesome. Or a Buick Park Avenue Ultra with the 3.8 liter supercharged. Forget about it. That thing's nice. Can you keep rainbow fish and geophagus in a 55-gallon fish folk? Absolutely. Just make sure you have sand substrate for the geophagus. They're gonna want sand. Punchy Paints says it's snowing hard. That is crazy. Yep, it's still June. It's snowing? No way. 7 to 8 inches in places in Montana. What the world? Wow. Moonstone said I had a 72 Buick LeSabre. I could fit my whole apartment in that girl. Yep. I want a 72 four-door Continental convertible. Those things are like 22 feet long. It'll be a lot of fun. Bob, you need a big boat Lincoln. That's what I just said. So yes, a land yacht is on the list. But it's not like I can afford to buy new cars every week for a new video. So it's probably gonna be a long time before I get another car. Honestly, once I'm done making videos about this car, I don't really know what I'm going to make videos of on that car channel, because like I just can't buy new cars all the time. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. 65 Lincoln Continental, unfortunately, definitely not going that route. Thanks to JFK, those cars are insanely expensive. Insanely. One of these days I want to fix up an old 60s Cadillac. Yep. Scary Terry says, I've been waiting for your website to get some new species of rainbows. My LFS can get some good ones, but I need some different ones. I just did get a freshwater eel, though, and he is pretty awesome. Freshwater eels are pretty awesome. I agree. 90s Corvette. I almost. There's a lot of cars that I almost got, but Like the good deals, you got to be like on top of them right away. There are so many like cars where I was like, I will buy this car right now, and it was like an hour after it was posted. Like I don't even need to look at it. I'll just buy it right now, and they're like, it's already sold. And I'm like, oh, man. Are you gonna sell blue eyes? Hopefully, Herb Diversity. Hopefully. That's been a really hard fish for me to get and keep alive. I've ordered them a couple times, and they just don't come in well from wholesalers. So, you know, I've kind of given up on Kamaka rainbows because I've lost almost $700 on Kamaka rainbows, and I'm really hesitant about the blue eyes because I've already lost like 2 groups of blue eyes. They die within like hours. So, talking cars, I'd love to have the General Lee from the Dukes and Hazzard show. Yeah, that's another good one. So many cool cars. What do we got here? Dragon Lair Bob, I got 2 unknown rainbow fish Saturday. They're iridescent gold and about 3.5 to 4 inches. Any ideas? Probably just Australian. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. A T-Shot says, what up, Bob? Have you ever had a master breeder, Dean, on your live stream? I don't think I have. Unless it was some group live stream from like 10 years ago, I don't think that I have. I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe Candy can back me up, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. Old Fish Guy says, I'm in need of chili raz boras. You and a lot of people. I haven't seen them for a while. Not for a while. I'd like to get some rope fish for the 75, but I'm afraid they'll get big enough to eat Praecox rainbows. No. That'll never happen. Nope. Rainbow fish definitely will not. Rainbow fish. Rope fish definitely won't eat Praecox. Definitely not. Not even close to big enough. Not even close. Frankie Fans had a 1999 Ranger Danger flare side model. Got rid of the V6 and dropped in a Mustang 5.0 in it. But flipped it during hard times. Remember getting it for $1,000, sold it for $3,000. See, now if I could flip cars, that would make it easier. But in order to flip cars, like I feel you got to be able to do the work yourself. Like my car was in the shop today, and it got expensive fast. So, yeah, I feel like all the YouTubers that like flip cars and things like that, I feel like they're doing a majority of the work themselves, because otherwise, I don't know how they're doing it and being profitable. I used to rent from a mechanic, from an old Volkswagen mechanic, and he's working on cars for like 30 years. And I would go to him to like the auto auctions, and he would just buy all these cars for like $300-$400, fix them up, and sell them for a couple grand. And that's what he did. I definitely cannot do that. That's way out of my skill set. Would a clown pleco be okay in a 20-gallon long? Is there another clown pleco would be fine in a 20 long that you can think of that would be good in a 20 long? There's so many species, but a clown pleco, I mean, they only get 3-4 inches, so you're fine. Killer says, had a 71 Buick Electra 225 when I was in college. I always think of like all these cars that people used to have. There's not a single car, well, maybe one car that I would like to have back that I sold when I was a kid. But the older generation, you guys had all the good cars. All the good cars. Did you watch South Bay Aquatic video about rainbow breeders? I did not. Eliska says, I was making supper. Did I miss hearing Bob is opening his online store again? Yes, at the end of the month. No exact date yet, but again, fish coming in this week. We'll go through quarantine, and then we'll open them. So, yep, absolutely. Opening the store again, and I have a feeling that as soon as I open the store, the weather is going to be like 120 degrees, and I'm not going to be able to ship. It's just the way it's gone with my store, so we'll see. We'll see. Fish Tank Barn says, that's the advantage of living in Detroit. Tons of old cars everywhere, especially for the Woodward Dream Cruise in August. I bet you have a lot of good cars there. There's nothing in Washington. Like when I search cars in Washington, there's nothing. Even when I switch like the search to Oregon, Oregon has a ton of cars, but Washington, for some reason, I don't know. I have to wait. I have been waiting all winter and then had to wait this spring so I could order fish. Yep. By the end of the month, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna scroll through a bunch of comments here. Sorry. 1989 Ford Taurus. Oof, that's rough. I hate all the fish family here. Justin from work. My butt is tired. Wait, my butt is tired as the rest of me. All right. Moonstone says we cut our teeth on the old cars. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea. Veranda guy says parts of me wants an old CRX and make it mechanically perfect, but leave the body cosmetically ugly. I just use stencils to spray paint whatever on it. Problem with I don't know, CRXs are still a bit too much, at least around here, for what they are. All the Honda nerds love to buy the CRXs, so they're pretty pricey up here. My grandparents used to always buy Oldsmobile 88s, huge boats. Oh man, but if you got like a late 60s Oldsmobile 88, whew, that's a good car. That is on my like wish list. I had a 70 Mercury Montego with a 442. It would pass everything except gas stations. That's kind of funny. Oh man. Thunder Aquatics. Wait. Thunder Aquatics YouTube T-Shots. He's on Aquabid. Oh, you're answering someone's question. Do you know of any YouTube channels or websites that have good info on Episcirrhema cockatoides? Oh, yep, there you go. Wonder if solo Episcirrhema agassiz would get along with a bunch of rainbows and a 75? Absolutely. Absolutely. Episcirrhemas are not generally aggressive fish. I mean, unless they're spawning, it's not going to be any issues. Danny says, woohoo! Just picked up 2 stock tanks on offer up for summer tubbing, 165 gallons. Insert happy dance. Let's get them set up. We need the weather, though. We need weather. When we saw Steam Fighter Aquatics, yes, and no computers or tracking devices. A lot of gas. Yep. That's why I have my flip phone. Flip phone, no new cars. I'm like William Adama. And if anybody gets that reference, I will love you forever. But that is basically my view on technology. I have the same outlook as William Adama. So say we all. Would Glowlight Danios be a good what? Glowlight Danios are good. Oh, here we go. Would Glowlight Daniels be good tank mates for Rams or Angels? I don't see why not. As long as, you know, yeah, sounds fine to me. My uncle used to own a 66.5 leather interior candy apple red Thunderbird. It was awesome to ride in. I want like a 76 with the suicide doors. That Thunderbird. You can get those for cheap because for some reason nobody likes them. I want to say it's like a 76. Maybe late 60s. I might be off a decade. Maybe it was late 60s. But they had the suicide doors on them. Smart Bob. Battlestar Galactica, right? That is correct. One of the greatest shows of all time. There's a guy in the fish club that has a flip phone, no texting, ATM card, or computer, stuck in the early 90s. Well, you gotta have an ATM card. And you gotta have a computer. But well, I mean, I don't even do Bluetooth devices, people. Like I don't have a single Bluetooth device anywhere in my house, my car, anywhere. Well, I don't even have a car that has Bluetooth, so it doesn't matter. So say we all. That show is absolutely amazing. Anyways, Gary says, I have a 55 with 2 large angels, 5 keyhole cichlids, and 4 electric blue acara. Would guppies do okay? I have a feeling that your guppies would be lunch. They'd be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Absolutely. Always forget to hit the like button. Don't be like me and hit the like button. Thanks, Kent's Fish. Can somebody be kind and tell me how many likes we have? because I'm a terrible YouTuber and I can't see. I always forget to like my All right, there's a guy. Yep, wood glow light. Yep. Battlestar Galactica. It's amazing. Just saying. Pretty dang good. Probably in my top 5 all-time TV shows. Just saying. Okay, come on, guys. We can get to 100. I don't ask much, but I think we can get to 100. A 1972 Mach 1 with a 302 Boss. Can't find any in Canada. There's a few of them here in Washington, actually. There's actually, I think there's 2 for sale right by me right now. One is a convertible. My dad's first car was a 2-year-old 55 Chevy. I don't know if he sold them before he passed, but he kept the Bel Air chrome and hood ornament when he sold it years ago. I feel like I probably have at least one random part from every car I've ever owned, probably up in my parents' house. I know I have a supercharger just chilling in their garage from one of my cars. My dad looks like Edward James Olmos. Does he almost look like Edward James almost? 99 plus 2, that equals 100. I'll take it. Be right back, sharing on Facebook with 7 minutes to go. Thank you. Same, everyone. Let me know if you need some sourdough. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't want sourdough, but I do want bread. What do I got to do to get some bread around here? Almost funny. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you know we're an hour into this stream when this starts happening. I feel like I'm the only one in the world that doesn't like sourdough bread. I don't know. Is that really surprising, though? Is it? 150 watching, only 89 likes. What? Show some love to the Rainbow Fish Prince. Yeah, I'm not even in the royalty yet. There's so many people ahead of me. I'm like the jester of Rainbow Fish. How about that? I'm the jester. 2 batches rising right now. Oh, Moonstone sourdough starter. That and Stargate SG-1. I never got into that show. MacGyver is MacGyver. He's MacGyver. I was thinking about starting sourdough mix today. Sourdough pie. Ugh. I don't know what it is about sourdough. It's just so sour. Sourdough toast, butter topped with an over easy egg. No thanks. No thanks. Paul says, my dream car is a 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 with 30 Hearst package. Whew, the 442s. Strike 2, Bob. I don't know what that means, but all right. Bob doesn't like pie. Anything is possible. That's true. Some sold juvenile bushy nose plecos to a young man today. Wait. Rescue Dog Treat said, oh, sold. You sold some juvenile bushy nose plecos to a young man today, and it was the best to see the excitement on his face. Love this hobby. If I could give away... I was talking about this, John, after the live stream last week. Like, it is my dream that I would be able to just give away fish tanks to kids. But I don't know how. There's not really a good way to do that. Well, one, because, I don't really hang around kids, so I don't know. But I don't know. That would be like a dream line. Just be able to give away fish tanks and fish and make enough on YouTube that I don't have to sell anything. I think that would be awesome. My dream car is a 69 Mustang GT 500. The Shelbys are nice. Late 60s, the same as the Continentals, Bob. What? Are you talking about Thunderbird? Musso says, it's okay, I hate french fries, potato chips, and guacamole. I don't do guacamole either. And everything, I get it. I didn't want to hear... Wait. Okay, I didn't hear what you said about my rainbows might be, Bob. Oh, just... honestly, it sounds like just regular Australian rainbows. There's 100 million different collection points for them, but... I don't know. I'll just Google Australian rainbows and see. I don't like sour bread either. Good. Chevy Fish. Thank you. I'm not the only one. That thing got a Hemi. Ginger, they have good, loving mama. I'm sure they're happy. Yeah. Thunder Aquatics. Thanks for hooking up Zen Ginger. I appreciate it. Probably not as much as she does, but that was pretty nice of you. How do I feel about Madagascar rainbows? I feel bad that they're not technically rainbows, but I still love them. I love pretty much any fish that has like that torpedo kind of cylinder shape to it. So yeah, Madagascar rainbows are awesome, and they're pretty inexpensive, which makes them even better. Definitely need more youngins in the hobby. I feel like when I talk about my MTS to other friends who aren't in the hobby, they look at me like I'm out of my mind. Yeah, I've bought fish, and I've bought fish tanks for people, for kids, but it has to be like the right place at the right time. Like one time I was at Aquarium Co-op, and there was a young lady trying to figure out what fish she could afford, and I got permission from her mom, but I was just like, I'll cover the cost of all the fish. She can get whatever she wants as long as, it makes sense, like with her tank and everything. So a lot of that stuff is just being at the right place at the right time. Jamie McDonald says you should restore cars like a 73 Ford Pinto and a 77 Chevy Chevette. I actually almost bought a 79 Pinto that was in pristine condition. Interior was perfect. Exterior was perfect. The only thing is it didn't run, and they didn't know why, and they wanted $1,000, and it had to be inspected it had to go through the state inspection, and I didn't want to deal with all that, especially right now. There's no way that I could get an appointment to get a VIN state inspection, and so yeah, I didn't do it. But I love the Pintos. I think any goofy looking car like that, I'm in love with, just automatically. Check out the YouTube channel. Danny Does Life. Check out the YouTube channel. I love Ireland. He is wonderful. There you go. Don't know what you guys are talking about, but there you go. Yeah. Jamie McDonald. If I had the means to restore old cars, I mean, my garage is full of fish tanks. I can't really work on cars at this point. What is the rare rainbow you've encountered, and what is the rare? Are you asking like what's the rarest rainbow? The rarest rainbows and the most expensive is the Radinocentris. That's the most I've spent on rainbow fish. Yeah, I think that's the most I've spent on rainbow fish. Trying to think. Like I have a lot of rare species right now in my personal collection, but I think those are probably the most expensive. Article on Madagascar rainbows in the current issue of Amazonas Best Fish magazine. That is true. That is true. Pinto, have you seen Top Secret? I don't know what that is. Not sure. Book's quote about shooting kneecaps. What? That's just went weird. I would own a Pacer, absolutely. Like I said, that's the whole point of my channel. Cars that nobody else wants. Cars that are just so goofy and weird that people will just don't care about. Those are the cars I want to fix up. Like the Pinto. I want a Ford Courier, like a 79 Ford Courier. Anyone remember those? Or Chevy Love. Those really small trucks. Just the weird stuff like that. I don't know. I've always been that way. I've always wanted things that nobody else has. It's probably why I started my love with rainbow fish, because they weren't very common. Can you give me some good recommendations on what plants would be best for summer tubbing with guppies in a 250-gallon tote? It kind of depends on your area. Man, and probably floating plants, honestly. If you can get guppy grass to grow outside, that would be a really good plant. Here in Washington, I think it's just too cold. I've never been able to grow guppy grass outside. If you want to showcase odd cars that most people don't care about, get a Ford Probe. I've owned a Ford Probe. That's actually a car. You know what? I'm sad I got rid of that car. That was a really, really good car. But yeah, I had a black 97 Ford Probe GT. Pure emerald rainbows with those long tattered fins. Those things are breathtaking. Yep. I can get some, but they're very expensive. Very, very. I'm talking like $25 a piece. So I don't get them. They are, however, pure strain Gary Lang Wanamensis, but they're just too expensive. Top Secret was amazing. Val Kilmer. I've actually never even heard of that movie. Tell us a funny story about a last day of work. Boy, I don't know if I want to tell that story, Mr. Sheriff. That's not a story for a rated G live stream, buddy. AMC Pacer, I drove this car to take my driver's license test. What did I drive? I actually drove a CRX. A 91 black CRX. Honorary rainbows. Pacer, ugly car. It's true. But I would buy one. Absolutely. Oh, jeez. Anyways. SC, hot summers and cold winters. I do like guppy grass. I would try it. If you have guppy grass or you can get guppy grass, I would try it because, I mean, it's called guppy grass for a reason. It's made for guppies. Is it normal for a male pisto to get aggressive in a community tank when there's fry? Yes, female is protecting the fry cave very well, but male is getting aggressive towards the quarries. Yes, T-Shot. It is completely normal. Normally, the male will get aggressive before the spawn, and the female will get hyper aggressive after the spawn. So I'm surprised that the male is still aggressive. If you have a separate tank, I would separate them. But that's the only bad thing about a pistos is they can get like super hyper aggressive. My first car was a Ford Probe, but sadly I totaled it. Mine was in pretty rough shape. I drove it for about 2 years with no brakes. That is a true story. No brakes, no emergency brake, and I just drove it to and from college. I was broke. I couldn't afford to fix it. I drove it on the freeway with no brakes, and I would highly recommend not doing that. Not a good idea. You should get a Married with Children Dodge with 1 million miles. 160 watching and only 108 likes. We can do better. Come on, guys. My first brand new car, drove it out of the showroom. 1980 Ford Escort, lemon from day one. I didn't even know they made the Escorts in 1980. My very first car was a Ford Escort, and I loved it. I've been trying to find another one, but I think that is probably one of the rarest cars in the U.S. right now, is a Ford Escort. A 1988 Ford Escort GT. I have not been able to find one in years. Uh-oh, Daniel says, Veranda Guy, do you have Ackies? I was actually going to ask you about your Ackies and how the eggs are doing. I was going to message you on Instagram, but then I forgot till just now. Now I don't have to. My first car was a Saturn Coupe, and the brakes went out in downtown Seattle on downhill. That was exciting. Yeah. So, yeah, the only thing for me is, like, at least I was on flat land. And it was a manual, so that's how I stopped. I don't know that, boy, not having brakes on an automatic would be rough. But it was a manual, so it made it a little easier to stop. Michael says, I have a lot of baby rainbows right now. How long does it take to... I have a lot of baby rainbows right now. How long does it take to get to sellable size? What kind of rainbows are they, Michael? What kind? If you want them to grow fast, feed them 3 times a day. Get an auto feeder. That's going to be your best bet. Feed them 3 times a day and do water changes like every other day. It'll still take forever for them to grow out, but they will grow faster. The eggs are doing great. First clutch is still perfect for the Ackies. Earliest they can hatch is next month. I lost 1 egg, got a second clutch, and might lose another. I mean, that's still pretty good, though. Looking to get 3, but I only have room for 4x8 enclosure. Not sure if it's big enough for 3 Ackies. Ackies are dwarf, man. 4x3 is plenty big enough for Ackies. 4x8 is like the common size for like big monitors. Not even dwarfs. 1980, the first year of the Escort and Mercury Lynx. Mercury Lynx. That's a car I haven't seen in a long time. What is the deal here? There we go. A little slack. A trio would do fantastic in an 8-foot wide by 4-foot deep cage. My adult pair is housed in a 6x2x3. Added Aviary Birds and Company added 3 LED headlights to my first car. Sadly, the lights caught fire a week later at Costco. Lesson learned: don't mess with the wiring. I added. I think I had 3 pairs of fog lights on my Escort. It was ridiculous. Oh man. You know, I will say that Escort, it did start on fire like 3 times, but it never burned all the way down. That car was amazing. It was amazing. Mile High Plecos, yo, 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 what's up, buddy? My favorite car was a 79 Ford Granada. It had a V8. Love that car. Yeah, that's when V8s had like 2 horsepower, though. That was not a good time for V8s. Holy smokes. Awesome, gotta build it and then get some. When I have enough experience, I want an Asian water monitor. Man, I wish those were legal in Washington. If those were legal in Washington, I would own one, hands down. Not for everyone though. Do not get one if you don't know what you're doing. That could be said just about any animal, but they're not as forgiving as other animals. Let's put it that way, because they're like 18 feet long. Joel G says, "Wow, I just cooked a steak perfectly." Congrats, buddy. They are epic, epic, epic. Tiffany White says, "So I'm curious about the difference between turquoise and Kamaka rainbow size and color." So, Tiffany White, turquoise rainbows are way bigger. Kamakas are considered a dwarf species. They're right around 3 inches. If you look at my turquoise rainbow video, you will see they are massive, like 5-6 inches. A turquoise rainbow is actually like a dark blue. As they get older, they get darker blue, whereas a Kamaka rainbow is more like a purplish blue, and more of like a pastel purple type / blue color. So they're quite a bit different. By not cooking it, that's the only way to cook a steak. What? The Escort debuted in 1968 in Europe. That's crazy. It's always weird how different cars in different areas. Like, they quit selling the Ford Ranger here for a long time, but it was always available in Mexico. So you could just go down to Mexico and get a Ford Ranger. What's your favorite car that you have owned? It's not like I've owned any amazing cars. Probably the car I bought a couple weeks ago, which will be coming out on my car channel this weekend, hopefully. It is by far probably one of the funnest cars I've owned. Yeah. You'll see it this weekend, hopefully. Like I said, I just need 1 day of sun, and I can finish the car video. But it's actually the favorite car that I've owned that I can say, my Volkswagen Corrado. Even though that thing blew up multiple times, it was so unique that it's by far the favorite car I've ever owned. If I could find another Corrado that wasn't beat up, I would absolutely buy it. It's an awesome car. They call it the poor man's Porsche. Also considered one of the first sports cars that Volkswagen ever made. Jimmy Gimbel says it's a pretty ridiculous buy if you ask me, but he loves it. My favorite car is a Toyota Tacoma truck. They're too small for me. The interiors, like, I don't fit. The Nissans and the Toyotas, I don't fit. I don't fit in those things. Was it a VR or SLC? It was a G60. The VR6 is an SLC. So there's the VR6 and the G60. Mine was the G60, which is why it blew up all the time. I literally had the supercharger explode on the freeway and shoot through the hood of my car. That was pretty fun. Is there any rainbow fish that can go in a 20-gallon long? Absolutely, Bobcat's Lair. Look at pseudo-muggles. Yeah. Sorry. Just got an email just to verify some fish that I'm getting this weekend. So there you go. 56 Ford pickup. Oh, I want one so bad. Really bad. My favorite car is the one that's paid off. Ain't that the truth, man? Car payments are the biggest scam in the world, guys. Biggest waste of money. Not the biggest scam, but I will never in my life have a car payment again. When was the last time I even had a car payment? I don't even remember. Maybe like 3 years ago was my last car payment. Maybe 4. I don't know. Never again. That's all I gotta say. Never will I ever have a car payment again. I've owned a Triumph, BMWs, and a Lambo. Now I drive a 97 Corolla. All right. Get those sunfish sorted out. Nope. I've got someone that can possibly collect them and is going to keep an eye out next time he goes out collecting to see. Car payments, you'll either pay a bank or a mechanic, but you'll always have one. Knock on wood. My Jeep I paid cash for. 4 years ago, I paid $1,500 for my Jeep, and I've only had to buy tires. That's it. Knock on wood. Been fun. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks, Chad Krotz, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good to see you. My old man has a 56 for a pickup truck and a 350 small block, hot rodded out, fun to drive. Absolutely. 68 Chevy Impala with 327 turbo. Had it for years. 90 to 94. I bet you wish you had it back though, right? Pam, how's the weather? Jeez. It's snowing. It's snowing. That's crazy. At least I'm not the only one that's like complaining about the weather. I think I said this last week. I've never complained about the rain in Washington ever. Like, I love it. But this is the first year like I'm trying to do like a serious go at summer tubbing, and I can't. It's too cold. Yeah. First time ever in 60 years of living here that I've ever complained about the rain. Isn't it summer over there? It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. Daniel says, I caught about 25 bluefin killifish today, and they are stunners. Yes, I want some of those. I do want the bluefin killifish. I decided if I can't get the Okefenokee, then I'm going to get the bluefin killifish. So we'll see. Denny says, Bob and I started the daily rain rants. It's true. I don't know that there's a day gone by that I haven't complained. Blame it on the rain. Yes, I sure do. Was offered $4,000 for it and would not sell it, and then I had to let it go for $500 later. That's how it works. That's how it works. I sold my Volkswagen Corrado for $300. The dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. Not really, but you know what I mean. Any plans on having a guest on anytime soon? I just had a guest on last week. Jeez. Yeah, I not opposed to having guests on. But nothing. I thought I was gonna have a guest on for today, but it kind of fell through. Which I mean, we knew it was pretty low odds anyways, but didn't work out. But we already knew it wasn't gonna work out, so not that big a deal. But we'll see. What time is it there, Mr. Fox? It's 5 o'clock. And people wonder why I have no outside tub, says Pam. I cannot believe it's snowing in June. That was a good stream. Yeah, I mean, it is always more fun to have a guest on, especially someone like John, where we can just razz each other for 2 hours. Bob Kaler says, not a fan of Kamaka. How dare you, sir? Speaking of John, how dare you? Oh, man. I got something for you members later on. Probably tomorrow. But did you guys notice I actually posted twice last weekend? Getting better. Getting better. I knocked a Toyota off the parking spot. Wait. I knocked a Toyota off the parking spot into the lawn with my Buick LeSabre. Bad driver checking mail. Put the Toyota's bumper into the rear seat. Little dent. So my new car that I bought, when I called to get insurance, the insurance was insanely expensive. I'm like, this car is over 30 years old. Why is it so much? They're like, well, there's no safety features, no airbags, none of this, none of that. I'm like, this thing is steel. I don't need safety features. I'm gonna rip right through any of these new cars. So, I cannot believe how expensive insurance was. But I got the collector plates on there, so I'll get the collector insurance, which is like $1 a month. So can't wait till then. I got you beat by a long shot Steam Fight Aquatics. I sold a 56 T-Bird for $100. Body was in perfect condition. I would have given you at least 200. Dang. Gary says, that was just John. We mean a real guest. If I could have John on every week, I would absolutely have John on every week. I don't know. I feel like we have really good chemistry, and it's just a lot more fun. Battering rams for real. Yep. I'm not saying solo isn't a good stream. I am. Solo compared to having guests on, I mean, having guests on is always way better. Way better. Battering rams for reals. All right, guys, we're going to go 12 more minutes. Just giving you a heads up. If you have fish questions, get them in the next 12 minutes, or we're going to sit here and keep talking about cars on a fish channel. GRB Aquatics is good, Aquamate. Enjoying the nice 25-degree days here. This morning was a bit cooler, though. 25 degrees. Bob is blushing when he talks about John, or is it just my imagination? It's the reflection of the red hat, I think. Maybe. Also, my camera settings are... I am looking a bit red. I mean, I don't know. I mowed the lawn the other day, so I might be a little tan. Sometimes it's just nice to relax and listen. That's true. That's true. I mean, I am totally blushing. Yep. John sent me a picture of his face yesterday for some reason, and it just made me blush. Anyways, Candy is the best stream guest. I agree. Can you have rainbows with ballas? I've never looked into rainbows. Yes. Yep. You definitely want the bigger species, though, like the Australians or the turquoise, because balla sharks get big. Really big. Mercedes-Benz. I'd have to be pretty rich to get into German cars again, just because the maintenance costs are insane. Insane. It is still in the parking lot in town. It's storming too much to go tow it today. Are you talking about your 56 T-Bird? Haggerty Insurance, tell them it's a show car. I would never leave my insurance agent ever. And I hope she's not watching this live stream, but she has watched some of them. But I have a really good insurance agent, and like I would never leave ever. How many pseudo McGills would you say could fit in a 10-gallon? Probably like 15. Easy. Katie's almost living the dream says, I love my Aussies. They're coloring up fantastic, way quicker than what I thought. Super underrated rainbow fish that you can buy for like $1. They're really awesome. Haggerty. No, that was it. I was tempted, but decided not to, mainly because no room for one. I have no idea. Did you see my response? Okay. You must be talking about Ackie monitors. My dream is to have like 50 Ackie monitors in a giant enclosure and just watch them go nuts. I love those things. Probably my third favorite monitor. 3rd. What's my favorite light for a 4D breeder? Oh, man. It really depends on what you're doing. If Bob can help, no payments. No payments, guys. You should be getting paid. You should not be paying out. Pay yourself. Do not pay out. That's how it works. For a 4D breeder, so I do like the Fluval 3.0, even though it's like $9,000 because it has a good spread. If you know, the 40 gallon is 18 inches front to back. So you can do like a Fluval 3.0 in a planted tank with just one. A lot of the LED lights that are out now don't have very good spread, so you would need like one in the back and then one in the front. So I don't know. I really love the Fluval lights, but they're, like I said, they're like $9,000. Some of the Odyssey lights, if you're looking for something inexpensive, you can get Odyssey makes one that's pretty wide. It has 3-watt LEDs, like 3 rows of 3-watt LEDs. But if you're not planning it, then anything will work. Anything will work. So it really depends. Bob's I Have a Dream speech, not as famous, but still important. I have a dream speech? I don't remember. I'm subscribed to a guy who's training an Argus monitor to hunt rats. Oh, I forgot about the Argus monitor. We'll put the Argus monitor in my top 5. How about that? Top 5. What else, Bob, for a 40? Like lights? Honestly, Curtis Schindler, Aquaneats, I would do 2 Aquaneat lights, regardless. If I was planning it, if it was an African's, actually, no. So if it was planted, I would do 2 Aquaneat lights. If it was like an African cichlid tank where you're doing just rocks and sand, I would just do 1 Aquaneat light or 1 Fluval, and then move the light towards the front of the tank. That's one of my favorite looks, where it's darker in the back of the tank. I like it. I like it. Mike says, I love my Fluval 3.0 on the 40 breeder. Yep. I mean, they're good. That's why they're that expensive. Probably one of the only lights that I would dunk in a tank and feel comfortable about it. Definitely can't do that with Phoenix lights, let me tell you. Trash. And not because you can't dunk them. I'm just telling you. Phoenix. Don't get me started on Phoenix. I used to be the biggest Phoenix fanboy ever, but their customer service went to shit. Sorry to swear, but you lose your customer service and you're going to lose me for life. I don't care how long. I mean, I was a Phoenix fanboy for like decades. And as soon as they changed their customer service, I'm out. Why don't you get Candy to guest? John did, because I'm not John. I don't have that kind of pull. I think her minimum requirement to come on a live stream is like 150,000 subscribers. So, yeah, I'm not even close. They pretty much opened Alabama back up. I wear a mask all day. Hand and sanitize like crazy. Doesn't Chris stream anymore on Monday? I hate to change. You should look into Fluva something. I've seen these. I'm going to Google it right now, but I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. Sand Goanna? Gould's monitor. I knew that sounded familiar. Same smarts. They also tripod. Everything about them is practically the same. I'm guessing what's not the same is the price. This already looks insanely expensive. Bob Candy said that she was on her only live stream. They are well worth the money. I love my Fluval 3.0 and Aqua Sky. I am not a fan of Aqua Sky. Fluval 3.0 though, definitely nice light. Curtis says, I put 3 current USA lights on my 125 and I'll never pay that kind of money again for lights. I'll just buy Aquaneat. Yeah. So I've been not a fan of current lights for a very long time, but I talked about this last week. It's been probably about 3 years since I've tested them. But my local fish store was sold current lights. And when I had a par meter, I took my Phoenix lights and we did par tests on a lot of his tanks, and a lot of those current lights were getting like 10 par at the substrate. It was ridiculous. Whereas the Phoenix would get like 30 to 40 at the substrate. So that's kind of my experience with current. Yeah, like I said, I haven't tried any of the new ones though, so I don't know if they've improved or not. I just got my 34-inch Fluval Plant 3.0 from Corey 2 days ago, maybe. It's amazing. It is pretty cool. Candy has a show-up fee, has special food requests for the green room, and a 13-person entourage, high maintenance and demanding. Yep, it's true. It's true. Okay, what else we got going on here, guys? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes for any guys that have monitored the guy in Birmingham, Alabama races. All right, I'll close that out. I'll look at it later. I feel like Aquanit is a little too cool in Spectrum for bigger tanks. Yeah, but it's hard to go wrong with that price, man. That price. How's the studio going? Slow. Very slow. Very slow. I'm not sure what is his name. Moonstone with the $10 super chat. Might be the first one of the night. Let me check. Oh, Daniel, I am so sorry, my friend. Daniel with the first super chat of the night for $2. Holy cow, that was 30 minutes ago. I am so sorry. I don't know what I was ranting about to miss that, but thank you. And thank you, Moonstone, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Although, it's always awkward when there's no comment. Most aggressive eater in your fish room, my Mabu Puffer. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, the Mabu Puffer, probably. Not an aggressive fish, but an aggressive eater. There's a big difference there. Big difference. Video on lighting for a 40 breeder planted and non. I feel like I might have a couple of those videos. I need to round up like all my 36-inch lights and do some kind of video with them. I don't know. Is there a fish room update I missed? No, but once I open back up, there'll be a fish room update then. Once all my fish are in right now, I have a lot of tanks and I have a lot of fish. But my fish room is not full by any means. So once all my fish come in this week, once they get acclimated, go through quarantine, then I'll do a fish room update and film everything because there's going to be a lot of new stuff. What am I putting in the low boy? I still have not decided. Like I said earlier that I wanted to do fiddler crabs, but at a momentary lapse and forgot that they were brackish. So I cannot do those because I'm not going to do a brackish tank. I've already planted it, and I'm not going to take the plants out. The biggest eater in Bob's fish room is Bob. That is true. My flag cichlids from Dan's Fish are pretty aggressive little eaters with my koi angels. My Leopoldite angels are pretty brazen. Like they try to take the clams out of my puffer's mouth. And one of these days, I think that's going to end well. Not end well for him. I lost a Praecox rainbow that tried to take a clam out of my puffer's mouth, and the Praecox rainbow got cut in half. So, yeah. the angels, man. Someone's going to get bit soon. So another one's going to get cut in half. T-Shot with the $2 fist pump piece. Thank you, my friend. Fish unboxing for your new fish this weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do this weekend. It won't be an unboxing video. I have found there's nothing worse than making an unboxing video just to have those fish die. And then releasing the video, and then people are like, hey, can I buy those fish? And I'm like, nope, they dead. They did. I have not had very good luck with rainbow fish from wholesalers, so yeah. I still have those green dragons. I'm getting more this week. I want to thank you for the great stream. I look forward to hanging out again soon. You posted pics of the one on Facebook, Aki page, random guy. Okay. Danny says, oh, speaking of koi angels, I can bring those home now. Give you more room. Good. Come and get them. Although, what else do I have with them right now? I forgot. They're just in with rainbows right now anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Whenever you want to get them, or whenever I come up next. I say add longfin white clouds to the 50-gallon lowboy. If I could get longfin white clouds, I would. Gold white clouds are now available, so I might go with gold. I really like them. That's so nice of Bob to read the chat. Wait, is that like a sarcastic comment? Now I don't know if I missed something or you're making me paranoid. And Apistos, that's right. I still have a bunch of your Apistos here too. Some of the Aquion's high-end lights have done a great job, both fresh. Boy, I tell you what, the Aquion LEDs that you could replace the tubes in or add tubes in, talk about a scam. I don't think they make those anymore. At least I hope not, because man, was that a marketing ploy or what? I fell for it. I was the dummy that fell for it. So you'd buy the Aquion light, and then you could buy LED tubes to put in it. And it only came with one, and you could have up to 3. So you had to spend like $100 and some on the light, and then you had to spend $40 additional to add tubes to it. Oh man, I fell for that. I was such a noob back then. What else? Friend him. Okay, you guys are just talking about monitors. No joke. I feel I need a tutorial on lights. Maybe done before, but lots of new folks in the market. Do some fresh. So, I'm supposed to be doing a review on this light, but I'll show it to you right now. The Aquaneat A959. See if I can. This thing is like wrapped in like 10 pounds of tape. Seriously. Hey, you're gonna get cut, buddy. This is not dog food. Aquaneat for the win. Okay. So, here's one thing I absolutely hate about Aquaneats. They put the freaking on-off button on the plug-in. Who wants to reach down? Like, if you don't have a timer, you're screwed. Like, what if your plug-in is like behind your stand or behind your dresser? You know? Freaking Aquaneat, get with the program. Definitely need a timer for this light. Man. And once again, we have another 10 pounds of tape wrapped around this thing, which is, it's good. I mean, it's pretty fragile. I like the look of it. Yeah, behind your rack. Well, let's be real. If you have a rack, you probably have timers. So look at, whoa, whoa, that is really. This is white. It does not show well on the webcam. But speaking of plugins, I do not have any close. But this is seriously so stupid. And look at that. I already broke it. You can't really see, but I just broke it. Oh. All right. So, looks like we have some good quality crap from Aquaneat here. It's pushed down inside of it. See it? That's a good way to start. Nope. Good job, Aquaneat. Good job. Putting the power button. Wow. The spring is like just gone. The spring is inside. Well, there's $30 I'll never get back. Good job. Now I don't have to make a video of it at least. Really crappy appliance. And this review is done. Yep. Aquaneat. Trash. Now I have to take that whole thing apart. I just said this happened to me. Over under this review will be better than Corey's Wheezy review. I don't even know what that is. And it happened to him. Yep. And you know the bad thing is, here's the bad thing. I actually bought that light like 2 months ago and I haven't even opened it yet. So I can't even return it now. I can't even return it. This happens to me all the time. All the time. So the reason I bought this is because it was on like super sale. I didn't need it, but it was like $1. So I'm like, how can I not buy it? And I never opened it because I don't need it. This happens to a lot of stuff that just sits around. I finally get around to opening it and it doesn't work or something's broken and it's been too late. Hopefully it's stuck in the on position. So if it's stuck in the on position, we can still hook it up to a timer. That switch is crazy or was crazy. It's so dumb. All right, who's the president of Aquaneat? I'm gonna call him right now. Aquaneat president. I don't know. Pesticide product label. No, that's not it. How do you even... I need to talk to the man in charge around here. Aquaneat doesn't even have a website, for crying out loud. Someone go to the Chinese version of Google and find out the Aquaneat number. What a Karen move stuff? Not even close, man. Not even close. Beam's work is better. Seriously, there's like no company profile. Aquaneat aquatic herbicide. What is this? Isopropylene salt of glyphosate. What? Number might be on the box. It's definitely not on the box. The box is just brown. That's it. Definitely. Made in China, see? That's why. We need to get on that on the Chinese website. I'm gonna go to ChineseWebsite.com. Interesting. Oh man, I'm thinking Fluval for the win. That probably wouldn't happen on a Fluval, you know. I hear if you Google Aquaneat, your PC will get the King Flu. King Flu. I know Ni Hao, and so at least I would get that far. Bob's the OG male Karen. See, I don't agree. Like, how can you Karen something when it just breaks the first time you press it? Fluval is the champagne of lights. Well, I am not the champagne of fish keepers, so there you go. Review over. Buy Fluval. Dang. All right, guys. That's about it. What a way to end the stream. Thank you, Fish Tank Barn, Fish Room Fever, Kent's Fish, the Zen Ginger, Daniel Moonstone, T-Shot, Fish Tank Barn again with the last turd there. I guess if you, the positive, the nice thing in here, it was packaged very well. It was packaged very well. I feel like China is not going to have a 1-800 number. All right. I'm just throwing that out there right now. Google doesn't know who this number belongs to, so I'm not calling it. Deuces. Just kidding. Anyways, thanks guys. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me for an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. Anyways, it was a fun stream. We'll be back Thursday morning, 9 a.m. and hopefully I'll have a fish list for you guys and we'll know exactly what rainbows I'll have. Hopefully. Actually, I will not because they don't get in till Thursday. Maybe we'll unbox fish live on the live stream again. That was pretty fun, right? Anyways, thanks everyone. Donators, lurkers, subscribers, members, all of you. I appreciate it. And come back Thursday morning.